One gift you can give those you love after your death is by equipping them with what they need before your death. Way too many times I see that this conversation is avoided, and it shouldn't be. Why not give your family the gift of arranging this kind of communication now so that they'll not experience the mess of a disordered estate added to their grief in the inevitable days to come? Later is way sooner than you think. Set a date now on the calendar of when you will discuss this with your family. Invite them over for a family meeting. Here are 10 ideas and questions to consider before and communicate during that time with your loved ones. So first, identify a secure location to put all the important documents that members of your family can go to retrieve when that day comes. So this is kind of like a first aid kit that is filled with all the items for an emergency. It's not needed until it is. Let's call it a family estate kit. Here are some of the kinds of things that can go there. A will, healthcare directive, power of attorney, could be a trust document, an ordered reference list of all financial accounts like checking, savings, retirement, insurance, annuities, location of hidden cash if you have it. Have an ordered reference list of all debts, credit card, house, line of credit. Make sure your Social Security and veterans benefit information is there. Real estate, critical business documents. Even have a list of key professionals to identify. Could be your financial advisor, lawyer, tax professional. Have any obituary information that you want. Even have a goodbye letter, something personal to members of your family. Secondly, have a conversation about your future care if you become in need of long-term care. I know this is not a fun thing to talk about, but you need to talk about it. What expectations do you have? What expectations might they have? Talk about it. The challenging discussions, have them. What about moving into an elderly care facility? What are your thoughts on that? What are your concerns? What are your fears? Who's going to pay for it? Why are they going to pay for it? Which one's going to be responsible for it? Is it you? Is it them? Number 3, do you want a funeral, a celebration of life? Who's going to do it? Where's it going to be held? Number 4, have you consulted legal advice and created a will and a living trust? Do you even need one? Number 5, who is your executor and or trustees? Do you have them? Have you communicated it to them? Why are you choosing them? This is your decision. Communicate it to those you love. Number 6, what about all the stuff you've accumulated through the years? Think about the garage. Think about the house, storage units. Who's it going to go to? Might it be helpful right now to consider selling some of it? Or maybe giving meaningful things away to your children or to your friends while you're alive now? Number 7, are your IRA, 401k, and life insurance beneficiaries in proper order? What about taxable accounts? Do those have beneficiaries named through payable on death or transfer on death registrations? If you have a trust, are all pertinent accounts named in that manner? Should anyone be added to one, some, or all of your accounts now? Number 8, if you have children who are minors, who are kids, who's going to take care of them? A family member? A friend? Are they willing to? Can they? Are they even able? Who's this going to be? Why? Number 9, sometimes there's one spouse who will be more financially savvy than the other. It can even be the case that one spouse is entirely in charge of financial matters and the other is totally in the dark. This doesn't have to be a manipulative thing. This could just be the way it is, the way that the relationship functions. If you're the savvy one, consider hiring a financial advisor you trust before you pass so that your spouse can have a relationship with one before you're gone. You may be able to do it all right now. You may know all the stock stuff. You may be trader extraordinaire. But what about your spouse? What's going to happen when you're gone? Wouldn't it be nice to set up a meeting with financial advisors, start interviewing them? What kind of person do you want to help your family when that time comes and you're not there? Number 10, write stuff down. This is huge. People sometimes think that their wishes will just magically happen if they say it out loud. It doesn't happen that way. Legal and financial documents must be properly completed, and other interpersonal family matters should be written down so your wishes won't be subject to the fallible memories of family members. This happens so often. People come into my office and meet with me, and grief is already such a part of the conversation. Why not have stuff written down before? Make it easy on everybody. Communicate your love when you're gone by taking care of this now. Unfortunately, after someone dies, so much of this gets reduced to paperwork. I always practically have to apologize to people. I'm the guy that's got to bring up all the paperwork. But that's what happens. So get your paperwork in order now. Give that gift to your family. I don't think I need to remind you that conflict happens in relationships. And having all of these kinds of things in place and the conversations that you need to have now can reduce future conflict with those you love. You might think, well, these conversations themselves might cause the conflict. They might. But it probably will be nothing like the conflict to come in your family due to the emotional impact of your death on those you love and those who love you. So do it now. You do not know how people will respond after you're gone. You don't know what will be going on in their life. The more you have in order now, the better. You might be thinking, man, this is a lot. It is. And if you don't get a head start on it, you have made a choice to leave the weight of it to those you've left behind. So treat your preparation for the family meeting and for a family estate kit as an act of love. I can assure you it is.